Hey YouTubers, welcome back to my gardening channel called Garden Affair. Today I thought I would kind of show you what the garden looks like. It is mid-August now, and we went through probably 2 months without any rain at all, and now we've gotten quite a lot of rain, enough to keep the ground moist anyway. We're supposed to get a lot of rain tomorrow. So, but I wanted to kind of show you what is happening. The garden is kind of going through a lull right now, and it's looking really sad due to not a lot of rain. And the rain that has came is wreaking havoc on the tomatoes because the tomatoes love hot, dry weather. But anyways, I'm starting to get some browning at the end of the tomatoes. The one thing that is starting to really do well and take off is the peppers. And I'll kind of show you those too. But they also, they like the dry weather. They can handle a drought, no problem. You might see the kale in the back there. I'll just do a close-up of the kale here. Yeah, that's the kale, and it is really, really holy. I've kind of neglected it, but I've actually planted more kale for the kind of a fall and even winter harvest. So so those will come along really soon, and I'll be okay there. I have a lot of kale in the freezer already, just in case the kale plants that I have planted previously or recently, shall I say, doesn't come to anything. But anyways, I wanted to show you there's some wind that's came through with some of the storms that we've had, and it has blown over my tomatoes. I'll get you a better angle and a look at those too. But yeah, so it's kind of what I would call the garden lull right now. I had a real burst of ripe tomatoes, and I think due to the hot and dry weather, it wasn't really putting on a lot of blooms. But I think that when I show you a closer shot of it, you'll see that there's still a ton, and there's going to be a ton of tomatoes still to pick, probably within the next couple of weeks or even into September. So, but even though the plants are past their prime, they're still have tomatoes on it, and I believe that they will be beautiful still yet. But anyways, I'll bring you in for some closer looks at things. I did harvest in a past video. I did harvest my beets and my carrots, so I might be, since it's gonna rain tomorrow, I might be planting more beets and carrots for fall, early winter harvest. But yeah, and I'm going to be doing some seed saving videos too. But I just kind of wanted to show you what's happening and maybe talk a little bit about what is going on. So, but let me go ahead and bring you in for a closer look at some things. Okay, so I've mentioned the wind before, and I just wanted to show you this. And this is the tomato cages that I stacked up on top of each other. And I did have it secured on the other side with a pitchfork. You can probably see that down there. But the wind blew, and I didn't have the other side propped up. But anyways, this is what happened. It just tipped over and landed on the fence over here, which I think I'm just gonna leave. It didn't uproot the plant or anything, so, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave it and you know, collect what the rest of the tomatoes. It seems to be pretty secure, and so we'll see how that goes. But but anyways, I also wanted to show you kind of the what's happening at the bottom of these plants. It's a form of blight, I think. I can't really say. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I think it's a form of blight, and probably within the next couple of weeks these plants will be completely brown but regardless, there's still a ton of tomatoes on them. So yeah, kind of show you the one next door to it. This is the determinate tomato, and it's pretty much done. It has a few tomatoes still at the top that will probably ripen, but it's the Napoli determinate, and boy did it, boy is it having some disease issues right now. And this is kind of the bottom of all of them. You know, it's just that time of year. They're tired. You know, they've been growing since January of last year. So, but yeah, there's still, you know, a lot of tomatoes on there. But we'll get something figured out. I'll probably get more jars to can of tomato sauce. I've canned a ton of tomato sauce. Well, you know, for my standards. So far I have about 10 jars of canned tomato sauce. But yeah, just wanted to show you the tomatoes. I can go on and on about these, so, which I probably shouldn't. So I will move on. We'll see what else I can find to show you guys. The okra is doing really well. You might be able to tell that it's up near the fence. It's probably got about a foot more to grow before it reaches the height of the fence back there. But yeah, I've collected quite a lot of okra off of it. You can see those stubs back there that I've collected. And it's as tall as I am right now, and it will continue to grow and continue to give me okra until the frost, until it frosts, of course. But you can see just how much budding is gonna be happening. So this one's kind of in the way, so sorry about that. But yeah, there's a lot of okra still to come. These are the new kale that I planted. I planted these a week ago probably, so they're starting to come up. I planted them when it was dry and no rain, but I of course put a little water on them. So, but yeah, how exciting. So starting out the winter with something to eat, hopefully, anyway. And since I showed you the new kale that I planted, I thought it would be worthwhile showing you the old kale. It's actually kind of pretty. The worms on them has pretty much stripped what there is here. Let's see if I can find a worm. I do see one that is down here. And please ignore the weeds. I need to get out here and do some weeding. But yeah, there's a worm right there. There's another kind of worm. I don't know. You know, it's that time of year. And like I said, I've neglected these. I need to do something with them for sure. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. I'm not sure if I'm going to pull these up or just kind of cut them off and see what happens. You know, I don't know. So, but it'll be whatever I feel like at the time, and probably I'm going to end up cutting them off. But it's still really pretty and kind of interesting how the bugs have ate it. You know, it's like a lacy kind of a look. But Mother Nature is beautiful, and the worms are plentiful. Yeah, so I definitely need to do something about that. But anyways, we'll see what else I can show. Okay, so these are the beans, and they didn't do so well. I believe it was due to the hot, humid weather and my neglect of watering them. And it looks like something has been eating the tops off too. I don't know what that is or what it could be, but regardless, they just didn't do very well. You know, there's always next year to plant more, and it looks like they're kind of diseased too, so they got some nice brown color happening on them. So, but yeah, so So we'll see. You know, it's just one of those things. I only planted a few, so you know, no big loss, I suppose. The ghost peppers are starting to get an orange tinge to them, and I had stated earlier that the one thing that's doing really well at this time, at this moment, are the peppers. So so really looking forward to doing something with these. They do have a lot of blooms that's starting to come onto them. So probably in September, I will be harvesting a ton of these. Now, let's take a look at the jalapenos. Okay, I'm still getting a lot of jalapenos. This plant has done really, really well. I probably need to start picking again so that it will produce more jalapenos for later. But yeah, again, you know, it's the peppers. They're doing really good at this time of year. This is the serrano pepper plant, and again, it's that time of year. They're doing really great. It's got a lot of serranos hanging off of it that probably needs to be picked. But yeah, it's neat to see that things are different. You know, different things do well at different times of the year, which is neat because you can do different things with your garden at different times of the year. But anyways, I think I am going to end this video with the peppers, and I appreciate you guys watching. Please like and subscribe, or don't like and subscribe. This is not a begathon. Thanks for watching. Bye.